straight options. You know, Mass Effect kind of had that split half and half
All right. Well, this
as
looks like a
as the
pretty
series went on. But
pretty
yeah.
clear vote.
Real quick though, Charm wants to know which one of them gets us the barbarian guy.
Barbarian is either.
Either?
Or
All right,
actually,
then.
I think Barbarian might just not be romanceable. I'm not sure. He's either romanceable by both or neither.
You can check again really quick.
No, the page didn't say. So.
Oh, okay.
But we've got a pretty clear choice. It's 6-3. It looks like we're going male.
We're going man. Glorious man gams.
Yeah, I wanted to go female. I voted female because I wanted to go with Loren's mom, but
I apologize for skewing the chat in that direction.
Horrible person.
But I have no regrets.
Well, remember, in Planet Stronghold, but regardless of whether you were the Karate Kid or just Lady, you were still a genocidal prick.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, and we can be a genocidal prick in this game as well, don't worry.
Do any of these characters own a... Oh, well, there aren't cars in this universe, I bet. Does anyone own a horse or carriage or any equivalent ride?
Not from what I've played, but it's possible.
If anyone owns a horse, we are romancing that character.
Okay, so we've got a couple more decisions to make as we start. We can play standard or tactics. Standard is standard. Tactics is we start out more leveled up, but then we level up slowly.
You always go with which you can grow with faster.
Yeah, you can grow faster with standard, but
it's the same principle as Fire Emblem. You don't dump your XP into the guy that's already leveled up higher.
So I would tend to go standard, but I may as well open it up for the vote. 1 is standard, 2 is tactics.
So just for all the scrubs out there, which one of these is Babby mode?
I would assume like for a speedrun, tactics is like the obvious choice if you're gonna go like.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. Like it could be either.
Although speedruns do not tend to go with the menu-based games. It's not a very fun thing to watch.
Aside from 1 vote for number 4, we are going with standard.
Alrighty.
Inside the monastery, I'll be the narrator. Yeah,
right.
Default to that.
Just to let you guys know, my stream is like a few seconds behind, so.
Oh yeah. No, we'll be.
Yeah.
Though there might be a few pauses here and there. Inside the monastery, there is only 1 lit room at this late hour. Just enough light to see the empty pages of a thick book. A hooded monk leans over the desk inside with a quill in hand. I am the monk. I am here to write a tale so epic that I cannot sleep until it is told. I am going to be awake for months. So here I write, the tale of the Amazon princess, Loren. I start the tale from the very beginning, back in a time when the world was blissfully unaware of the turmoil to come. We begin high in the mountains, deep in a mighty fortress. Alright, sounds like something just happened. A sword slices the head of a training dummy clean off, and it falls in pieces around the feet of a tall, raven-haired woman. Every morning, the servants would bend the training equipment so that it may be destroyed again by their princess's hand during the next training session. 1 sword was not enough for this fierce warrior. No, she considered a shield dead weight, and an empty hand a death wish. Princess Loren would only fight with a sword in each hand, and barely any armor on. I think I'll be voicing the main character, I assume. So, do one of you want to take Loren?
Do you have a voice in mind?
I don't really have a female voice in mind.
I mean, I can do it. Also,
Can any of you have? Do any of you have like a husky voice?
I have a voice that I think fits very well for the archetype of the cool-headed action girl, which I assume Loren is.
When it comes to action, yes.
Well,
let's hear.
I think she's going to be cool-headed for the most part. Where are the other dummies?
Yeah, that'll do. There are none left, my grace. She was displeased to learn that her training would end so early today. She crossed her arms and stared down her attending servants.
Are you guys getting a little buzzing?
Yeah, that's Misty.
No, my bad. Sorry, Skype's a little weird on my phone. Then perhaps one of you should fetch a sword.
The slaves gulped in unison after having witnessed what damage their princess could do. But before anyone could move, the piercing cry of a griffin fell from the skies. Just then, a messenger ran into the training grounds, panting for breath. You want to take it, Titan?
Sure. Princess Loren, the captain, she has returned. Alone, your majesty.
Loren broke into a run.
I'm running.
She ran as fast as she could to the main square inside the citadel. The Amazon scouts had landed with their griffins just as she arrived. How's the game volume, by the way? Can you hear
sound
it?
effects don't work too well on your end. Misty.
Yeah, Misty, your mic is going crazy right now.
It just sounds like you're smacking your microphone around.
Sorry about that. Tell you what, hold up 1 second, I will switch to something else.
Delicious popcorn.
Delicious popcorn. So we've got the captain of the guard, Breza. You want to do her, Titan?
Already, this art is exceptionally better than Planet Stronghold.
No, this game is much better than Planet Stronghold, but it's still pretty laughable in a lot of ways.
I notice an abundance of hands as opposed to Planet Stronghold with Tom Schatz and his, which I believe that was a fan theory of ours, that Tom Schatz just ends in two stubs. He does not possess hands.
No, actually,
he doesn't need them.
If you see the critically acclaimed Red Thunder scene.
No. That was that's not canon. That was part of a figment of our imagination that he had a hand there.
That was Tom Schatz Gaiden.
We simply imagine that.
By the way, how is my audio now?
It is improved, I believe.
Misty, everything is canon in Gaiden.
Yes.
Everything.
I think the Schatz is in Planet Stronghold too. It's not out yet though.
Yeah.
The captain of the guards, Breza, looked extremely grave as she approached her. Loren knew instantly that the news the scout carried would not be a routine report. Don't take that, Titan?
Bear with me as my stream is probably lagging behind a little bit further than you guys. Your Majesty.
Delay might be more of a problem than I thought.
Yes, this is what I was talking about with regards to delay, because we're across the country from each other.
Okay.
Both the
I've heard about this
Skype
screen sharing thing. Let's see if I can't do that.
Oh, that could help immensely. It depends on how large we can get it.
Okay.
I can. Although that might slow down your stream further for everybody else if it
Well, let's give it a shot.
I can see your screen, so I'll be able to read it, but
I can certainly see it.
Your upload speed is probably going to drop by half.
Well, you guys in chat, let me know if things get bad, but I do have a very fast internet connection, so.
Excellent. Okay.
Let's rock.
So this is your line. Let's see.
Tell me.
A scout stepped forward and placed a hand over her heart in salute. Queen Karen has been lost. Loren's face paled.
Oh, this is me.
Yeah, okay, good. That wasn't delay. It was just you not noticing.
All right, that was me forgetting who I was playing. She disappeared into the night. As of now, we do not know what happened to her.
There is not a trace.
We searched high and low, Your Majesty. She's not in Amazon territory.
We need a girl.
Yeah, we do need a girl.
Any girl. We have all these Amazons. Then we have no choice in this matter.
Still you.
Oh, this is still me. With the queen lost, Princess Loren must become our new queen.
No, my mother is still alive, and still the queen. She's not dead. You did not find her body.
All right, if you're going to do that voice, I should probably inform you. Loren is very good at combat and very confident in that regard. Otherwise, she's kind of just yelling all the time, and
which is why the Robo Princess voice just amuses me so much.
I'm not sure. It's a little bit. I think she needs a little bit more life to her. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. I will do that.
Keep that in mind for the. Here we go.
Searching for her must be our top priority.
Your Highness, you know that it is against the law to leave the Citadel. Your mother's fate is too uncertain.
That is precisely why we just try to find her. I will search for her myself if I have to.
You know what? How about I do Loren and you do the main character?
Fine. Okay.
Her hand glare challenged anyone to say otherwise. New quest! Find Queen Karen. Find the missing Amazon Queen. Reward 1,000 XP.
Oh, yeah.
We just discovered our first quest. Quests are quests. I really don't need to explain that. We have equipment and items in this game, unlike Planet Stronghold.
It's honestly telling us how quests work.
Yeah.
Your Highness.
Brezza looks conflicted.
Your mother appointed me as the enforcer of Amazon law, and I must decree, I say, if you leave the Citadel, blah, blah, blah. If you leave the Citadel, you forfeit all support from the Amazons.
My quest is to play Loren, Amazon Princess. What?
When you abandon the Citadel, you abandon your title. That is what the Great Mothers dictated.
Loren took in a deep breath. She would be denied the armory, the military, or even access to the royal treasury.
No.
My favorite color is blue. Then, so it must be. I will find my mother by myself.
Loren!
Brezza closed her mouth and looked to her side.
Majesty.
Do not apologize, Commander. You are doing your duty, and the Queen will honor that when she returns.
The Amazons may not be able to help you, but we will give you a promising individual who will aid you. This hot hunk of man.
Indeed. The monk pauses for a moment, looking at what was just written, before continuing, because remember, this is all being told by a monk.
Frame story.
And that is how it all began.
I do like the framing device of, here is why you are level 1 and have shitty equipment.
Yes. Loren is a powerful fighter,
clever.
But lacks healing skills. So yeah, our main character is actually our main healer.
That's interesting.
But we do get to select their class. Either way, they will be a healer.
Right.
Yeah, I like playing a healer when I'm the main. All right, so we chose.
So we already voted this. This actually affects our race as well. I don't know how much that changes things, but there is a lot of race relations in this game.
This is kind of reminding me, like, this character design kind of reminds me of, like, Liefeld, except, like, with good proportions.
Yeah, the proportions are a lot better than Liefeld.
But, like, the line art.
Is every fantasy and sci-fi story about racism now? I feel like it is.
I think so.
I think every single one is racism.
So are we going to be a warrior or a thief? 1 for warrior, 2 for thief.
If we're showing off that much cleave, it's got to be a warrior.
Yeah. I don't remember that much about the combat, but Loren is an excellent warrior, so we're probably better off with thief.
Good point, too.
Yeah.
Then again, party balance has never been my strong.
And guys, we're stealing hearts here. This is our main goal.
Well, yeah, Pillows, that's true. I only have played as the female protagonist because I love elves. So I don't know what it's going to be like as Saren. But it looks like we are going to be a thief.
We are a thief of the heart.
A thief of the heart. Thieves are weaker than warriors. They usually stay in the back row, and that means they will probably use ranged weapons. So Loren is sort of like a second tank. She can't tank by herself. Well, she can in the beginning of the game, but you're going to want a main tank, but she can tank a little. So, you want me to travel with a man? She surveyed the young man more than a bit warily. Males were not well received among the Amazons, and their only function was seen to be a means to procreate.
Classy.
We found we found a lot of talent in him, Your Majesty. Please hear him out.
It is an honor to meet you, Princess.
He bowed to her deeply.
Oh, this is me. He is the son of our strongest warrior and most loyal slave. He has received their greatness and has also demonstrated a talent in healing. There is no doubt that he will be a faithful servant.
All right, so it's time for some character customization. Is that true, man? Speak.
No one is stabbing the back. Yes, Your Highness.
Still you.
I have served you and Her Majesty dutifully at the Ellipsis.
Okay. Where did we work?
Oh, my.
As a slave.
All right.
The healer's quarters, the training grounds, or the royal palace. This will affect our stats. And items, starting items.
Well, let's see. If we're a thief...
Royal Palace seems like the best place to have loot.
Yeah, I'd say the Royal Palace, personally.
You guys should actually vote, by the way, if you want to.
Yes, please.
Count it. All right. Closing vote now. And we worked in the Royal Palace.
Do we really only have 3 stats, or is that just what we can see right now?
They affect a lot of things, I think, is the way it works.
So it's kind of like a Fable system?
So it is only 3 stats that we can directly affect?
Don't remember, I think so.
Is it kind of like...
It's also our starting items, though.
Is it kind of like Elder Scrolls, where like the main stats derive into skills?
No, there's skill trees.
Okay.
As you level up.
Royal Palace, specifically in the Queen's service.
Yeah, I think this is going to work with you voicing Saren.
So yeah, we want a lot of skill, I'm assuming, as a thief.
Yes.
And possibly some will if we're going to be a healer.
We're going to want some strength. Yeah. Because I mean, yeah. But definitely want to focus on will and skill. Will and skill. You serve my mother. How?
I do anything she asks of me.
Anything? I've not seen you around the palace. My mother already has a personal servant, and he is not you. Yeah, I told you this was an option.
Jeez. Princess, Saren belongs to the Queen's harem. He has proven deeply loyal and obedient.
And obedient.
I'm sure he was deep.
Yes, deeply loyal.
Deeply loyal.
Loren's eyes grew wide as she took in the man before her. She had never looked at men with hungry eyes before, yet it was not too difficult to see why this one was deemed worthy of her mother's company. Saren was one of the more handsomer slaves she'd encountered.
Can you not look at me like that, please?
He's blushing.
He is among the select men available to Her Majesty, if that day were to ever come.
For some reason, Loren was relieved to hear that this man was yet untouched by her mother, and found a mysterious joy in having him serve her instead. Your skills of the bedroom are not of use to me, so do not expect me to share the same duties.
Oh, they will be.
Saren smirked, used to people treating him a certain way upon hearing his duty, but...
Yes, ma'am.
What actual use will you be of to me?
I give good back massages.
Saren could not reveal that his actual service to the Queen was far more illicit, and that his position the Queen this is a lie that Saren tells himself. Saren was a spy and an assassin. In his daydreams, he was a spy and an assassin.
He assassinates that booty every night. There you go. I said it.
We're a lover, not a fighter.
Pretty much. I know my way around a battlefield. For the last several annual proving competitions, I have been sponsored to enter and have won many titles. For this year's proving, I was granted top place in...
All right, so what did we win? Did we win in the arena, at the target challenge, or at the magic trials? I wonder what stats these affect.
This one seems pretty obvious as to which is which.
I secretly think that target challenge literally means that a bunch of people fired arrows at him and he just kept dodging.
All right, looks like we're leaning toward target challenge. Just remember, guys, this is our main healer, so don't forget magic.
I see the chat mentioning his 6-pack, 8-pack. Did anyone see that?
His never-ending pack.
I think it was How It Should Have Ended that made the joke, but they gave Jacob like an extensively long torso, and it was like, check out my bazillion abs, and they just continue into infinity.
I think it was that. All right, so we won the target challenge. That's you, Titan.
Oh, yes. Yes, his skill with a bow and arrow rivals that of his Amazons.
Blasphemy.
All right, we got a crossbow. Nice. That's good, because we pick thief, so we're going to want that.
And if we're a healer, we want to at least be like in the back.
We want back row, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, not only has he demonstrated superior fighting ability, but he is extremely loyal. Tell them.
I was allowed the honor of accompanying my mistress to the tavern, where she was disrespected by several rude drunkards. They were looking for a fight, so I ellipsis.
What did we do? Did we offer to teach them a lesson? Sneak the mistress out of the tavern, or simply reason with them?
I like to think our fellow is suave enough to reason with.
What?
So, yeah, we might want to pick magic, but we might want some strength too, because strength is always nice, but I don't know.
Yeah, we're already outscaling our skills to every other stat.
Right now, the skill and will are tied. Okay. I will wait 5 more seconds. And end. Okay, so the winner is we reasoned with them. We're a reasonable fellow.
I was able to talk the Amazons down from the fight, reminding them that Queen Garen forbids such brawling, sparing my mistress from any bloodshed in front of her.
All right, we got some will.
It is true, he respected his mistress deeply, as he will respect you. He did not fail to craft a present for his mistress for the winter solstice. Tell her, what was the last gift you made?
I showed my loyalty to her by giving her ellipsis.
A hot dick.
Okay, so this will affect our starting. We already have a bow.
Well, you know what? Technically, these could all be euphemisms.
That's
for sex
true,
if you tried
actually.
really hard. A rare book, that's creative.
I think a rare book is the hardest one, but
no. If you're creative enough, you can think of.
Oh no, it's possible. Don't get me wrong.
Why do I strongly suspect that all of you are just going to vote a powerful sword just to get the double entendre out of your system?
I hope so.
Well, I mean, it's not like we have to be the one to use the sword either. Powerful sword can go around. All right, closing vote in... I'm just going to close the vote. It's really obvious. We are going with a powerful sword.
I learned to forge weaponry and created a sword just for her, since I would trust no other smith to know my mistress better than I.
50 Shades of Green. Yes, a powerful sword can go around and around and around.
With my sword, she cut down her enemies easily, bringing her great honor. Smirk.
Smirk. All right, that's a nice, well-rounded stats, I think.
She received the gift very well, and I was praised. I was happy just to give her a small emblem of her great strength and wisdom. Unfortunately, even my mighty mistress was not invincible. She succumbed to a grave illness in her last days. She called me to her side. She granted me one reward for my service, and I chose Ellipsis.
If memory serves, the ring is the best choice, just like from good stats perspective.
Like it's actually more of that stat.
Like it's just a better item, yeah.
Ah, nice.
But we could go with whatever.
But I'm reading all of his dialogue in a way that sounds suggestive.
And I could be wrong about that too. So,
I think our very flamboyant guy could be into bling.
Yeah, he's got a nice little enchanted ring.
After all, we are the sluttiest chat, so our main character is going to be pretty slutty as well.
Super great sluts.
I was half expecting them to vote leather armor because of the connotation.
Oh, I accidentally skipped that. Fortunately, I know about rollback, which Super Great Friend did not. Turns out in all of Planet Stronghold, at any point you could have rewinded.
Huh. Really?
Yep.
Really?
I was watching it the whole time, like, oh my god, just rewind. Anyway.
She granted me her heirloom ring, which was only jewelry to her. When I placed it upon my finger, I felt a great surge in my magical power.
Great surge. All right, +2 will and a ring of speed.
Nice. And his loyalty does not end there, Your Highness. Saren has demonstrated an act of a true servant of the Citadel. This is a really weirdly long introduction for a slave. It feels
like we're being sold a
we are the main character. It's supposed to set up our backstory and all that. We'll end up being more than a slave eventually.
I feel like this shouldn't have been dialogue. This should have just been select your stats.
Yeah, maybe some of it could have been dialogue, but yeah, it's a bit long.
I was approached by another slave.
Oh my. In the harem?
They spoke of fantastic lands and cities and life far away from the Citadel. I associated with this person to the point that he confided in me a plan to escape. He wished for me to come with him, and I...
Oh, that sounds super hot.
So we were having sex with this guy, and we either convinced him not to escape, we reported him to the authorities, or we shook him off, no more sex, but we let him go.
Man, this one's not very clear what stats we'll get as a result of our choice.
I'm pretty sure the top one is always strength, the middle one is always skill, and the bottom one is always will.
So really it's just up to which stats you guys want, or which thing do you think that our dear booty call man would have chosen.
Yeah, what would he have done?
Let's build a character here, guys.
This is a deep lore in this game, so... All right, right now, it looks like we convinced him not to escape. We've only got 3 votes, though, so someone could change that.
Who wouldn't want to live in the booty call brigade for the rest of their lives?
All right, well, no one is changing that, so... Oh, wait, someone changed it at the last minute. Now we have a tie, and we have to do it all over again.
Damn.
Yes, who will you have ice cream with now?
But who will I eat ice cream with? And that face is perfect for that, too.
Alright, yep. Looks like we're going with number 2. We reported him to the authorities, because that's what we do. We gain people's trust, and then we betray them when they're at their most vulnerable.
Hint, hint.
Hooray!
He was a traitor.
If there's anything we learned from Wario...
It's true.
We betray their trust at the last moment when we have them in our claws.
Yes, Wario will be a true model for us in how we go about life.
He was a traitor to the Queen, so I bit his nose and I reported his plotting to the guards. I did not see him again.
Saren's loyalty is unquestionable.
Absolutely. All right, we got strength for that. So I guess that one actually was not strength on top. That's you. Titan.
I'm wondering if we should go back because I really don't think any of us were expecting strength.
Yeah, do you want to? We can.
Does anybody want to revote? Because that was really kind of a surprise.
Revote. If you guys vote for the same one again, we'll just go with that.
Yeah, because that was kind of like, wait, that was strength, really?
Yeah, why is reporting him to the authorities? Yeah, this one is definitely the most confusing.
So it wasn't what you thought it was. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I think most of them it is that, but okay. We convinced him not to escape.
I needed to only explain to him the benefits of staying and how marvelous the Citadel already was.
The harem is great, guys.
I'm telling you, he would have surely been helpless if he left our walls, so I attempted to save his life, and thankfully...
Limo, try sticking around for a little bit, because it stopped working for pillows earlier and then started working again.
Yeah.
But if you are leaving, then have a good night.
It's more on account of Hitbox being weird tonight than probably something on your end. It's been acting up for everybody.
Thankfully, he listened. Smirky fucker.
Yeah. I went back too far.
Yeah, well, whatever. You don't need to...
skilled tongue, useful in our travels.
Yeah.
All right, we got Will. Will's good.
All right, I'm fine with that.
We're such a prize slave.
It will be a difficult loss to let go of one of our most prized
penises.
Our most prized... Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure, penises.
Grammar.
Oh, this hot dick. I can't believe we're losing him. However, I will trust you with no one less, my princess.
Okay, are we happy with our choices? I think we're happy with our choices.
Can we get a better man whore? I mean, come on.
He has multiple peni? I don't think anyone said that, but maybe. Are you willing to put your life on the line for my cause?
Without hesitation.
I suppose you will be satisfactory. Loren demanded an immediate departure, leaving what could not be too soon with her mother missing. Chapter 1. The Rescue.
Chapter 1.
There's Gandalf back there. So, I think we are going to play on easy.
I think that's...
It just makes battles take longer.
Yeah.
Casual, we're casual, we're scrub.
Total babby mode.
If you find the game too easy or hard, you can change the difficulty at any time, so that's nice. We are not
we have our full Havel
armor.
We are Big Daddy Havel armor set for this round.
We're going all the way.
We are Giant Dad.
Giant Dad.
Loren instructed Saren to take care of any business in the Citadel before they left.
Just have to let Sovereign in.
So it's given little tutorial things. So, yeah, unlike Planet Stronghold, we have actual inventory with items and equipment and
oh my god,
stuff. So we should probably equip that bow we got.
Nice. We get both a sword and so we get ranged and bow. Physical.
So it decreases our critical by a little bit, but it's better speed, plus 5 damage. I think that's a pretty clear choice.
What is our sword? Is that just a knife? It better be a knife if we're a thief.
It's a short sword.
Okay, that's fine.
Ring of Speed increases speed by 5. Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
That is really good. Jeez.
So we're gonna want that on our healer, I think. We got some potions.
We should probably put all the health potions on that.
We can give Loren this bow. She's probably never going to use it, but she may as well have it.
Oh, she double hands?
Yes, she is a dual wielder. Nice. That's why you need a main tank too.
That's interesting, because usually dual wielding is something like the rogue or thief does, as opposed to a warrior.
Yeah, the classes in this game are actually pretty unique compared to most RPGs. I don't know if that's intentional or because the creator just didn't know what they were doing.
Well, I guess
it works out pretty well.
Their definition of warrior must be closer to a berserker, because a berserker would be a dual-hander.
Look, she's
well. Loren is a very unique kind of warrior, and in fact, different characters are warriors, but will have different skills in their skill trees. So the name can apply to more than one thing. So we've got a shop. We could buy some stuff. I think we don't have that much money right now. Just have 100 gold, so should probably save that.
Quake, you have a event invitation.
I do.
Oh, I think it was a Skype thing. Must have been.
Huh.
That looked weird.
Oh, anyway, we can go to the castle, see what Breza is up to over here. Saren and Loren walked up to Commander Breza.
This is still going. Okay. You remain, Your Highness? Have you reconsidered claiming the title of Queen?
Absolutely not. I am preparing for my journey. I do not know how long I will be gone, but my hope is for not very.
Of course.
You seem suspiciously eager to forget being carried.
That's not foreshadowing at all, I swear. Not at all.
How dare you? You are a sleeve. Blah, blah, blah.
You are a sleeve.
You are a sleeve on my arm. You speak when you are spoken to, shirt.
Silence! He is speaking in my interest. I'm surprised in you, too. This is your queen you are dismissing so easily. Do not forget that she will return and will hear of your actions to rescue her.
Yes, Majesty. I only meant to enforce the stereotype of the right-hand man. Do not dishonor Karen.
Queen Karen. Breza gulped and corrected herself, shooting a sharp look toward Saren. Moments earlier, Breza had been singing his praises, but now there was an uncomfortable air between them.
What if...
So she liked him because she would visit the harem, but now he's actually speaking, and...
I'm secretly thinking now that Breza just picked one sex slave who's just a giant chuckle fuck solely to get Loren killed.
Also possible.
Yeah. Do you want to start? You want to start playing up the main character a bit stupider? Because I feel like
I actually kind of like him being. He's a bit pompous. I feel.
He's
okay.
He's pompous, but I think I'm going to make him a bit of an airhead.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, I can't even guarantee that's what I'll do. It's just going to depend on where this goes.
All right, Loren in the front, Saren in the back.
Always waiting behind.
Don't you know you never split the party?
Upon seeing Saren approach the front gates, Loren demanded an immediate departure. They would leave the security of the Citadel and cross the plains of Aravorn to search for her mother, no matter how long it took to find her. The first place to visit was the town of Grimoire in the Human Empire. Saren's first goal was to reach the city of Grimoire, the capital of the Human Empire. We just heard that. But it was a dangerous road plagued by goblins and bandits. When they arrived, however, they would be able to begin their investigation. New quest! Travel to Grimoire.
Bam.
Loren and her ally were walking down a road in the middle of the plains en route to the town of Grimoire. We know. Even though Loren was quiet, Saren knew what she was thinking, only of saving her mother. The only clue we have is that my mother's guards have disappeared as well. If we find them, then we find my mother.
That is a good plan, Your Highness.
Their relationship was as one might expect between a servant and royalty. Saren quietly followed the princess and would only praise and agree with her when given the chance to speak. He was used to being less formal, but then he had never really served royalty before. Loren, well, he did in the harem, but Loren noticed nothing about his behavior because she was quite used to it. This is the only way out from the Citadel, so the Queen must have passed by here.
It would be very helpful if there were any witnesses to unusual activity. But Your Highness, may I ask a question?
Loren glanced at him with a frown. This was the first time he had dared to speak out of turn. If you must, but I cannot promise that I will answer.
Do those pauldrons hurt? I mean, why aren't we using a griffin to travel? They're faster than walking and much safer.
And also a hell of a lot radder.
Yeah.
You fool! Aren't you aware of the laws of my people?
Intimately. All Amazons must wear completely revealing outfits that have no protection values whatsoever.
Siren took a step back, fearful for his life.
For the most part, yes.
My choice to leave the Citadel took away my privileges. The Griffins are not allowed to me. Yes, we can't simply use the eagle to fly to Mordor and drop the ring in.
Exactly. Couldn't you change the law?
As queen, but I am not queen. My mother is.
This seems like a big hole in your plan. I mean, I see. I'm sorry that I asked, Your Highness.
Loren's a bit headstrong. Now you know. Don't forget it.
I guarantee that I shall not, Your Highness. Jerk-off motion.
Yes. They traveled mostly quiet through the day until it faded to night. The land ran flat with sparse boulders along the path.
This looks like a good place to camp.
Loren, however, did not stop walking and continued on without a word.
Your Highness?
Keep up. Siren sprang up from the ground where he was about to start a fire and hurried after her. Loren seemed prepared to travel a lot further that night. Siren steeled himself for a very long walk, but he found it more and more difficult to keep his position behind Loren. She was beginning to walk much slower. Loren's feet were dragging against the ground rather than proudly stomping ahead like earlier in the day. Siren knew that Princess Loren was tired.
We should stop for the night and make camp.
My mother is out there waiting for someone to save her. That someone is me. Loren was not going to stop for even a moment until Queen Karen was recovered. It was now Siren's job to keep her from sabotaging herself with her own determination. Alright, how do we approach this situation? Loren, she will not stop walking even though she is just so tired. So, how do we get her to take a break? Should we use humor? Should we be friendly? Or should we be forceful?
Get the feeling that number 3 is not going to go down too well.
Yeah. We have a tie right now between 1 and 2.
Yes, which anime is this? Show us the way.
I hate sand.
Yeah, we're not really after achievements, Kitsune. That's not what this is about.
Chibos.
Yeah, our achievements are the achievement of love.
We are now tied with both at 3. So did you two vote?
There's more people in the chat. Yeah, there's more. I voted.
No, I didn't.
There's more people in the chat. Oh, there's only one more person in the chat. Who left? Oh dear.
Let me... I will vote. If the chat will connect.
Man, Kitsune,
well, Missy,
you
just
are
tell me
your
vote. Just
Kitsune
tell me your vote
because
you're the vote
there we
breaker.
Go. I got it.
Kitsune
I'm gonna
keeps
say
landing
that we should
these
be
coins on
friendly.
edge.
Not joking, because we're too suave for that.
Friendly?
Yes.
Okay, we're going with friendly. Or a friendly fellow.
Very friendly. You'll be no use to your mother running on no sleep.
Loren halted and spun around. What did you say to me? Siren knew then that his life was over. He was too used to speaking freely with his previous mistress, and his tongue got away from him.
I'm sorry, Princess. What I meant to say is that I'm too exhausted to continue.
Loren shifted her weight and put her hands on her hips. You?
I am used to hard labor, but I was always granted rest at night by the grace of your highness.
Loren evaluated him, though only superficially. Deep down, she was more tired than Saren. I had thought you stronger than this. Loren pushed past him and onto the bushy grass. She sat down cross-legged, her back straight and her arms resting on each knee, just like Amazon royalty. Like Amazon royalty is so well known for doing.
Yeah, Indian style, Amazon royalty.
Yep. Lie down, man. I will give you only a few hours. Do not waste them. Getting Loren to stop was enough for Saren, and he decided not to waste his mistress's generosity. He promptly walked over and laid in the grass next to her, but not too close. Saren woke up a few hours later to Loren calling him. He did not see Loren sleep a wink. However, Loren's speed and alertness had improved, letting him know that she might have rested after all. I've seen no population since we left. I was told the Grimoire settlement was on this route. Where is it? Is it past that mountain?
Which mountain, mistress?
You see before us. You've instructed me to walk straight for it.
Princess, that is not a mountain. That is the city of Grimoire.
That's no moon. Loren stopped once again to turn to her servant. That is not a city. It is too large.
It is a large, walled city, like the Citadel.
Amazons? Loren reached for her sword, bristling at the thought of a competing tribe so close to her home.
No. Grimoire is the capital of the Empire, the nation of men.
Man, the Amazons' education system sucks.
Yeah.
They don't even explain basic geography.
All that military spending just drain the education system.
Exactly.
Cut the music and arts programs.
Please put away your sword. We are not to make war with them.
Loren looked at her blade, frowned, and slid it back into its sheath.
Oh, yeah.
Others can build cities as great as the Citadel. Are you sure of what you speak?
Yes. Castles can be constructed by any nation with the proper materials. You did know that?
Loren winced from the insinuation she was not well educated, even though she is not. I know that the Amazons are superior to all other nations, so the Citadel is superior to all other castles.
Yes, Your Grace.
Saren learned just how sheltered Loren truly was. Even his former mistress knew all about the outside world, but then she was allowed to travel outside of the Citadel walls. Loren was not. He knew then that he would have to take better care of his princess than he anticipated. We're being taken to the world map.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes there are random battles. We can also access the camp because they wanted to be a BioWare game. So, let's go to camp. This is the camp.
That looks pretty much like the Fable world map.
I'm not really a Fable guy. So this is where we talk to our party members. This is where the romance happens. So yeah, as we do things, we'll keep coming back to camp and seeing if they're ready to talk. And usually after
grass. Let's talk to the grass.
Yes, let's talk to the grass. How you doing, grass? I'm clicking on it. It's not working. I don't know what's wrong. Huh. Weird.
You have a random battle with the grass.
So we can see our relationships with everyone, which right now don't exist. Character quests, which are unlocked when you talk to them enough. Let's do a quick save. Let's see if Loren has anything to say. Saren approached Loren tentatively. She looked deep in thought, and it was probably dangerous to disturb her. Nevertheless, he spoke up.
Your Highness.
Fortunately, Loren gave him a slight nod of acknowledgement, but nothing more.
Forgive me for asking, but I do not know much of the situation. Perhaps if you told me more, I could assist you better.
What more is there to know? My mother is missing.
Yes, but what was the Queen doing to have gone missing? What was the last time you saw her?
Yes, there is a face in the sky, Charm. It might be a moon. Loren raised her chin while her eyes blinked rapidly. I can't tell you much of anything. I wish I could, but I can't. My mother was an immensely private person. But you are asking for the facts, and the facts are that Mother, the Queen, was not in her bedchamber one morning, and we have not seen her since.
And the scouts, ellipsis.
Were you not there? They could not find her, even though they could track a sparrow through a forest. They could not find their own queen.
Poetic.
Loren looked away. Saren was uneasy in the ensuing silence.
But we will succeed, where the scouts have failed.
Absolutely. The conviction brought hope to her. She uttered a sigh. I already knew that.
Yes, Your Grace.
All right. Nice conversation.
Rank up!
Rank up. Let's do a little save. And,
Loren approves.
Let's head on into Grimoire. As they approached Grimoire, the path cut through a wooded area. Loren stopped abruptly and held her arm out to stop Saren. Her expression was serious and her voice low. Something isn't right here. They looked around, examining the area for anything out of the ordinary, and then they saw it. Someone was strung up by their feet from a tree limb, head down with a bag covering their body. The bag writhed. They were still alive. You want to take this character, Titan? I'm just going to spoil it. It's Draco.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, let's.
Remember to put a hand over your mouth because you're in a bag.
Oh, please help me.
I like it. That's not Draco. Loren and Saren rushed toward the person, and several little screeching creatures sprang down from the trees. Goblins! Fear shot through Saren as he realized that a battle was now upon them, and that Princess Loren had never fought outside of training. It was up to him to protect the princess. Except he's the healer and she's the warrior. Watch yourself.
Same to you.
Loren drew her two swords swiftly and hurried to engage the enemies. You do not have to give me any instruction. Saren was surprised to see how swiftly Loren moved as she fought. She started with a vertical slash that moved so quickly her blade looked like a solid arc of silver. The goblin collapsed to the ground in a bloody mess as she lifted her other sword in a horizontal slash to behead another goblin. She danced between the enemies.
This isn't a tutorial fight?
Yeah, I thought it was, but apparently
that
not.
is very strange.
Or there might be a tutorial fight after this. They might want us to have Draco first so we can have magic. She danced between the enemies and evaded their attempts and counterattacked with ease. Saren looked surprised to see how beautifully deadly all her movements were. Loren impaled another goblin through the heart in one quick stab, retracting her blade and flicking the blood off the metal with casual ease. She didn't have to stop to catch her breath, nor did she break a sweat in the short battle. Okay, now we fight. So we just had that scene for some reason.
There we go. Because
prepare yourself.
Loren's badass.
Yep.
Oh, do you have any, do you have battle music?
So the game should have music, but it doesn't seem to be playing any so far.
I've had to mute the game anyway, so.
But that is a good idea, because it's not playing. Oh, it was muted. It was muted by default for some reason. How's that volume? Too loud?
Let's see. I might not be able to hear it because it might not be broadcasting through Skype.
Chat, how's that volume?
Yeah, okay, it's playing in the stream now. I don't necessarily need to hear it.
Me neither. The character drama is what I'm here for.
Well,
a little bit loud.
At least we fixed that.
That was louder. How's that? Okay, so let's turn the speed up. So this is like animation speed.
Just click.
Okay, so we can see our turn order. It's Saren's turn right now. We click on him. We can use an item. We can defend. We can heal. And why can't we attack?
I think you can. I think you have to click the animate.
You probably hover over them.
Oh, do we just have to?
Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
So we can do a regular shot. We can attack with our sword, but we're in the back rank, so that'll do reduced damage. And we can do an aim shot, which hits for more damage, but it'll take longer to get our next turn.
Just a standard shot, I'd bet.
Yeah.
We'll let you mostly take over the combat, just because.
Yeah, I'm just explaining things as we start. Oh yeah, no, we're not going to be voting. I'm just explaining. So Loren also can defend items.
So can anyone explain to me why all the goblins are like BSDM drones?
Because winter wolves.
Good point.
Yeah, this music is perhaps a bit too epic for this, I would say.
Yes,
oh
we are
God.
fighting short,
killing them
masochists.
with a sepia filter on their face.
That's so touching.
It's so art, you guys.
Also, you can see how much damage you're going to deal, by the way, on the profile.
That is helpful.
We won!
We did it.
Got 56 gold and some experience. Saren hurried to keep up with her, but the fight was over quickly. Loren kept her swords in hand as she approached the stranger and cut the restraining rope. Saren grimaced, but found some amusement at Loren's obvious lack of concern for the person, because lack of concern is amusing. The person tumbled down from the tree, groaned, and then squirmed out of the bag covering him. Hi, Draco. A lithe blonde man stood up and brushed the dirt from himself.
Oh, the ground! Hurts quite a bit, actually.
So he's Pegasus.
I'm going full on Pegasus.
Who are you? Even though the man's ears were tucked neatly behind his hair, Saren noticed them sticking out from his disturbed locks. They were pointed.
Your ears? Are you an elf?
Ooh! You can tell?
He cleared his throat and smiled.
Elf on my mother's side, yes.
He bowed deeply and with unnecessary flourish.
Lady and gentlemen, I am Draco Firestarter, and yes, I do start fires of the passionate kind.
Oh,
yes,
indeed.
So is Saren and Draco going to be out trying to outcamp each other?
Perhaps. I think that's up to you.
I'm not sure. Well, you said pompous. I'm not hearing much camp in Saren. If you want to start camping Saren up, be my guest.
Yeah, I mean, I will
always out camp you, though.
I have no problem with the campy Saren.
You start fires.
Enough of your nonsense. Loren waved her weapons as if he were more of a threat than the goblins. Was it simply because he was a man, or had her isolation with the Citadel turned her paranoid?
Now, don't get upset. I'm just playing around.
Identify yourself now.
Your Highness, he just said.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure if a camp Saren works as well if we have two of them.
Yeah, let's keep Draco. Because Draco, honestly, as a character, actually is supposed to be kind of camp. So
yeah, so okay, go ahead and start going. Go douche route again.
Yeah, like douche route for Saren.
Yeah, douche route sure does make a route. I'm surprised you haven't heard of me. I'm the all-powerful, famous Master Fire Magician. That is a mouthful.
He suddenly waved his fingers in front of him. As I'm sure he takes
many in a week.
Oh, yes. And created a brief fireball. He made a sound effect to accompany it and laughed. But his laughter was cut short when Loren kicked him straight in the chest and hurled him back toward the ground. An appropriate response.
It was just a demonstration. I meant no harm, honestly.
Your Grace, I believe he won't hurt us. He's only a gradient magician.
Loren slowly pulled her sword away from Draco's throat and stood straight. You're right, because he is too incompetent to do any damage.
No point exactly.
Incompetent? That's not fair. I'm actually really good with magic, all kinds. Especially Magic the Gathering. I love that game. Wait, shit, wrong game. All kinds, but fire is my favorite. My last name is Firestarter, after all.
Oh, then how did you get captured so easily by a small group of little goblins if you're so powerful?
It was a different group, a bigger group. Goblins as tall as trees, yes, trees!
Saren sighed, knowing that there were no such things.
Look.
That's a very convenient excuse.
It was! They were accompanied by a very powerful goblin shaman. I couldn't hold out against them all on my own. And the shaman was as big as...
Enough of your excuses, you're full of shit. You're wasting the princess's time. Let's go.
A princess? I had no idea that I was in such fabulous company.
Draco took some uncomfortable steps toward Loren, so Saren had to block him, pushing him back.
Oi!
All right, I understand. The princess is off limits.
The half-elf's eyes locked with his for a brief moment. He smirked, taking Saren off guard. You let your guard down no matter how tall the goblin. That's unacceptable!
Unacceptable! I'm more useful than you may think, lady. Perhaps you would be interested in my services? I wouldn't charge much.
No, we're not interested.
Eat it.
Draco looked disappointed at her blunt response.
Not even if I throw in an especially beautiful lady discount?
Especially not.
Loren ignored him and walked away.
It's your loss then. Bye, I suppose.
He'll be right back, don't worry. They walked away from the disappointed magician. Saren spoke quietly to Loren once they were out of earshot.
I'm sure that won't be the last time we see that man. He's obviously a special NPC.
Unfortunately.
Well, he's not even an NPC if you get to play as him.
Alright, so we didn't even make it to Grimoire, but we're back to the world map.
We just keep getting sidetracked.
So let's see if Loren has anything new to say.
Oh, how late did you expect to take this stream?
I was thinking...
Since this is just a test and we might not even stick with this save game.
I'm thinking probably 20, 30 more minutes.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So, Misty, your line.
Righto. Mistress, what can you tell me of the Citadel? Being the princess, you must hold much more knowledge of it than I. He starts snickering.
Loren crossed her arms. Of course I do. The Citadel was built stone by the Great Mothers. We were once able to defend our land without it, but the fools kept testing the strength of the Amazons, and so our walls were built. In our fortress, we are invincible. The walls of the Citadel are impenetrable and always well defended. It's held off invasions by every ragtag banner known. You would think some militants would learn to avoid us, but the stability of our mighty home will likely continue to be tested.
Such is the way of the world.
I sometimes wonder why Mother doesn't send the scouts upon all other empires and conquer them all. Well, how do we respond to that?
Friendly sucked. Let's just mock her.
Let's face facts. Saren is way too much of a pompous douche to take that seriously. He's been humoring her this whole time.
Isn't that the thief's main job, to be the jerky asshole that just pokes fun at everyone at every opportunity?
Always.
It's true, and it seems like Chad agrees. So.
Probably because that'd be a very bad idea.
That wasn't a very good joke, Saren.
Yeah, that's not very joking.
That shows what you know.
Oh, you're right, Razio. That's the bard that does that.
Yes.
The very, very spoony bard.
Exactly. Put aside the plausibility and ethical complications, you'd probably just end up wiping out the Amazons rather than conquering Arabon.
Those words could be considered treason!
And true.
If she were the queen.
Wait, what?
Which she isn't.
Why? It is just the facts. Amazons are just a small population in a big world.
That means nothing.
Oh, well, yes. I hope for my own sake that the Amazons win, but I would bet money on it. That's all.
Food noises. You are dismissed.
Oh, thanks. I'm leaving now.
Saren smiled at her, but she did not smile back.
Morgan.
Rank up!
Yeah, we didn't actually get a rank up. If we got a rank up, we'd have a heart up. But you do have to have a bunch of conversations before you actually get a rank up.
Now, regardless, rank up!
I don't think we give a shit about ranking up with Loren at this point.
Matter.
Well, no, we're romancing everyone.
Can you even romance Loren?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Oh, shit.
Both genders can romance her.
Hmm.
All right, so why don't we continue on the road to Grimoire? Quest complete! Nice.
We finally fucking made it.
Are we on the road to Viridian City?
All right, we got levels up. Level ups. So I think we're just going to go auto-assign. Auto-assign skills. But we'll just go over the tree quickly. So this is the warrior tree, and every character has their class tree and then their unique tree for that character. So the warrior tree, you've got toughness, level up toughness, the ability to stun and possibly inflict confusion, taunt, that's, provoke, push, you can push them into the back ranks, power attack, which is increased damage but reduces speed, and Loren has dual wield, rally, which gives an attack bonus to the whole party. Knockdown, which deals extra damage and has a chance to confuse. No mercy. The target must be stunned and does good damage and has a 15% chance of insta-kill. And wide slash, which hits all enemies in the front line.
Nice.
But in order to get wide slash, we have to get knockdown and no mercy. So I feel like we should just do auto assign. Otherwise, we could spend a significant amount of time with the skill trees.
Auto.
So it looks like we got knockdown. That's good. Stun is a core mechanic of this game. A lot of moves only work if the enemy is stunned or confused. I think both terms apply to the same thing. So we want to be able to stun them, then someone else can use like a super powerful attack that requires stun.
Yeah, stun, paralysis, etc. is like always one of the best status effects in any game.
So here is Saren. This is the thief tree. So we've got the torch, which if they've got any kind of status condition will deal a good bit of damage and put them on fire.
Wait. Before we go anywhere, are there any skills that we can work towards that improve our ability to woo people?
No.
Damn it.
We're just automatically good at wooing people.
Look, we are the Amazon's best man whore, okay?
Yes, Razio, we dinged. Yes, we are an excellent man whore. Ice Flask, same thing as Torch, except ice frozen status. Backstab. Basically, all of the Thief's abilities require them to have some sort of status effect, and then we'll do something. So that Shattered Condition causes, and Choke causes Tired Condition, and Poison Dagger causes Poison Condition. So these are all of these require some kind of status effect or DB on them. And then our healer tree, we've got Restore, which is a resurrect spell, Life, which is just heal, Energy, which restores magic points, but has a long delay, so we don't get another turn for a while. Ward, which increases magic resistance for everyone, and Neutralize, which gets rid of status effects. So let's see what Auto Assign gives us.
You know what I just realized?
It gives us Backstab.
We are essentially Ness from Earthbound.
You know what? I'm going to go against Auto Assign because I disagree with it, but apparently I can. It's too late. All right, Auto Assign it is.
We're done.
They arrived in Grimoire. Siren was able to get them past the gate guard without any trouble. Just a warning to keep all weapons away. The open market in the town square was bustling with activity. So, this is all the human empire can show for their capital.
It is an unimpressive background, to be fair.
Well, how do we respond to that?
Well, since we haven't tried it yet, I just say go with forceful.
Although, you know, if I could get behind Saren just taking the piss out of Loren now that we've seen how kind of what's the word I'm looking for here?
Dumb.
Yeah.
So far, it's looking like Chad agrees. No, we got a tie, either joking or friendly.
Do we suave them or do we just snark her because she's kind of an unpleasant person?
Snark or suave?
I think everyone's voted.
We have 5 votes total.
5? Oh, okay.
One of you can vote as well.
I already voted.
If you haven't already.
Okay, I'll vote tiebreaker.
You can just tell me.
I voted 1. I voted friendly.
Okay.
All right,
I mean, I voted joking. Oof, it smells just as charming, too.
You know, the joking responses would be a lot better if the jokes were funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only are they not funny, but it also seems to be like either he actually attempts to make a joke or like it's just, I don't know, I'm not sure if that last one was even an attempt at a joke.
Yeah.
Saren, come on, man. You know what? Let's just be friendly so I can make him sound two-faced.
Well, the sooner we find my mother, the sooner we may wash this stench from us. Well, that got us in good with Loren, so, Come, we need to find out what these settlers know. Loren wants to search Grimoire for clues, and Saren will have a chance to react at each location. This is a time to build your character's personality. So it's telling us things we already know.
Have you ever played Mass Effect? It's Mass Effect.
That really aggravates me that it only lists them as those 3 options because that is such a lazy way to write it. Now we don't even see what we're gonna say.
Yep. There are scenes. There are scenes where the choice is different. I would prefer
them to put the next line of dialogue up for each option and have us try and guess. Oh, which one's joking? Oh, which one's friendly? Oh, which one's forceful?
The way I remember it, like generally story stuff is like that, but then like side quests and just like walking around and like main events, you can actually see what you're going to say, I think.
Oh, that's better. Because if that was for every dialogue option, that's just the laziest way to... Because it's the...
Yeah, no, it's lazy. There's no question about that.
So we've got 5 options.
So we've got to go tour around town. Where should we go first?
It's like the...
Where should we go first?
I know the worst example of that was L.A. Noire. And the ever infamous doubt option.
Do you like fucking young boys?
When people weren't entirely sure, like, well, I'm not sure if I have the evidence to prove they're lying. I'll just say doubt. but that's not how the game worked. You have to doubt for specific instances. It wasn't just the middle road option. And so people would pick doubt, and he'd be like, where's Joker? You know.
All right, we got 3 votes, so I will vote in the order. I will go to them in the order they were voted for. So we'll go to Tavern first, then the Guard Post, and the Marketplace.
Awesome.
Their search for information was more difficult than they had anticipated. Their investigation had only brought them trouble and suspicion among the locals. Worse, Loren was not earning any favor for being an Amazon princess. Wait, hold on. Did it say that the tavern is the last place? Yeah, okay.
Yes,
where
Pillow.
Tavern is supposed to be the
Pillow,
last
I was
place we
mentioning
go.
L.A. Noir. Yes.
Okay. My bad. We're going to Tavern last. So let's go to Guard Post.
You would determine whether someone's telling a truth, you would doubt them, or you would accuse them of lying.
Like, that game, I thought it was good, but there were some problems with that system.
There are elements of brilliance in L.A. Noir, but it is a very deeply flawed game.
I just wish the developers were still around to continue refining it and stuff.
Yeah, I wish they could have gotten like a sequel, maybe set one closer to present day.
It could have ended up being an amazing series.
It was such a cool idea. It was just apparently the studio heads were complete assholes.
Isn't that always the way?
Well, not always. But like they were mistreating all of their staff. They were all being forced overtime for years. And in the end, like almost all of those devs were like shorted by hundreds of thousands of dollars each.
God, they sound like Sega.
Anyway, it was really bad.
So that we opted to ask officials rather than the public. Oh, hey, an official. When they walked into the guard post, the soldiers' chatter was quickly silenced. Loren merely stood, her legs spread, of course, and her arms crossed, and not a man was taller than her. No one spoke for a very long moment. Okay, how are we going to approach this situation?
Friendly. Say, I want your hat.
I would like his hat. If we had an option to ask for his hat, that would be the obvious choice.
Yeah, my personal vote's gonna go to Friendly because Saren's not good at making jokes, but he is good at being a two-faced asshole.
True enough. And it looks like Chad agrees.
I still want to kind of see what Forceful is like.
I'm sure there'll be a time and a place for it. We're sorry to intrude, but we have an important inquiry.
Who are you, and why are you here? I am Princess Loren of the Amazons. My mother is the Queen of the Amazons. You're a princess? My mother has gone missing, and she is believed to have traveled through your lands. The Amazons really exist? I thought my parents made them up to scare me. Have you seen my mother? Tell me where she is. So there really is a group of women in the mountains and slave men? Is this man your slave? All of the guards went deadly serious, their looks turning heated. I am not ashamed of my culture. So it's true. The guards broke out in insults, demanding they get out of their sight and that they are not welcome in Grimoire. Saren pleaded with Loren not to kill them so that they would not earn the ire of the Empire, or else they would never find her mother. Their search was not going well.
Loren, I swear to God, you're the worst.
Alright, who wants the next big character?
I'll take it.
Alright, let's go to Marketplace.
Wait, who is it?
I don't know. They walked through the stalls of the market. Loren flinched and recoiled at everyone that was hurrying past her. Her patience disappeared. She stomped her foot and shouted at the top of her lungs. Excuse me, I have to move backward. Enough! I am Loren of the Amazons. I am on a search for my mother. The whole of the marketplace turned to gawk at her, and then they continued with what they were doing, completely uninterested. Loren was stunned, having never been ignored in her life. Saren was worried that she would take it personally and become angry, so he swooped in to disrupt her thoughts.
A swoop. Let us ask one of the vendors personally. Maybe they have seen our queen.
Oh, that guy's got a nice beard.
Oh, yeah.
Loren's lips pressed tightly together as she reluctantly walked up to a fruit stall.
Oh, hang on. I got a voice for this guy.
Okay. Misty, you get next bit character.
Okay.
I am Princess Loren, my mother, the Queen of the Amazons.
Fresh apples. Apples, dudes. Good fruit for you. Organic, man.
That's what I would have went with, too.
Exactly. Yeah.
The salesman picked up a bright red fruit that neither of them had seen before and shoved it into Loren's hand. Her eyes went large from being handled like a commoner.
Like 1 apple or 2 apples, man.
Monsanto free, bro.
Yeah.
Loren, however, was too offended to respond.
Like 2 apples. 2 apples for the big woman.
She already has 2 apples, man. She's already got them.
Look at Sarah.
Sarah is just
this is the vendor's life.
2 apples, 6 gold.
Hey, Ridley.
Hey, Samus, how's it going?
Man, it really is just playing up this lazy, crappy system of selecting dialogue.
I'm going to go friendly again, because, again, I think we want to avoid murder.
No,
That's
forceful. Come on, I want to see forceful. Yes, I see forceful.
Oh, we're going forceful.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
Beat up the hippie.
This is a princess you are talking to. Watch yourself or meet the end of my blade.
Hey, Saren, I like this.
I think this
Saren.
might have actually been the correct choice to go with, too.
Everyone in the stall hushed instantly. Loren dropped the apple without care for it. We're leaving.
Yes, ma'am.
The princess would not subject herself to the horror of the marketplace again. True horror being handed apples.
Wait, dudes, let me tell you about the evils of vaccination.
Okay, let's check out the castle. The highest place of authority was naturally the next step in their search. They walked right up to the castle and were able to step inside the grand hall, which was open to the public.
Oh, hey, reused assets. This is the same throne room scene.
I want your hat.
Yes, this fellow is going to be you, Misty. They were not allowed any further, however.
Oh my god, so reused assets. That's literally a beard drawn onto the same guard.
Oh my god, yeah, it is.
Oh,
a group of guards and royal
Love
vassal are blocking the entrance to the inner cloister. Many peasants were already pleading with the vassal to gain entry.
Make it like Wilford Brimley or something.
Please, my family is starving. You must let me in.
The council is in session, and I will hear no one. Begone.
Loren pushed past everyone with ease and stood at the front of the mob. The vassal took a step back just to take her in. The guards went tense from how threatening she looked with that outfit. I am Loren of the Amazons. I have come to speak with your queen.
Queen? What queen? The Empire has no queen.
Loren closed her eyes briefly as if it pained her. Then, your king.
Are you joking? We have a council that governs the Empire, not a king or queen.
Then tell your council that I seek audience with her.
Ma'am.
The vassal laughed at Loren, instantly enraging her. Her jaw clenched, but she restrained herself. How should we handle this? I liked forceful last time. I feel like we might get in a bit more trouble if we do that here.
Yeah, I say diffuse it with joking if the guy's laughing.
I was actually trying to make the vassal sound more jowly, but unfortunately I'm just not that good at that.
That worked pretty well.
Say, I know.
Closing vote now.
This is my Wilford Brimley.
Alright, we're going for joking. I'm
Get ready for another Saren zinger.
All right, let's hear how unfunny he is.
She may be the princess, but she's mastered 200 different ways of killing a man, and it only takes one to do the job. That's not
even a joke.
That's not a joke.
It's not even an attempt at a joke.
This is so bad.
That's just
wow, sir.
They're gonna kill you.
Dude, you're really bad at this.
That is the forceful option.
Saren, come on,
yeah,
man.
seriously.
Oh, but he's treating it like it's a joke.
Right, she's a princess, and I'm a forest nymph. You're the 6th princess who's tried to get inside today, lady.
But
he didn't learn many jokes in the harem.
But there would be like 6 princesses queuing up from other regions if it's your freaking council that runs the
That's
empire.
An excellent point.
It's literally where they'd go to meet with your government. Why would they not have meetings with people that say, "Hey, I'm here to"? That bugs the shit out of me.
Hey, Razio, all his years from being in the harem might not have taught him any witticisms, but if you challenge him to a dick joke contest, holy shit.
Yeah, we'd be awesome at that.
That's all he knows. I will not ask you again. Tell your council that Loren of the Amazons demands an audience. The guards raise their weapons, ready to eject Loren from the premises.
Mistress, let's not get thrown out of the city, or worse, in jail.
You will not get away with this. When my mother is restored to the throne, she will punish you. The vassal did not seem worried, though Saren knew that he definitely should be.
What a funny lady. There we go.
Have we already gone to the 3 choices that we originally made?
Yes.
I think
so we've just got the combat arena and then the tavern.
Let's just vote on the last 2 because I don't think those received. Yeah.
Well, the tavern is the end location. That's where you go after you've gone everywhere else.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Loren wished to appeal to the strongest people of the city, and the grand arena in the heart of Grimoire attracted her instantly. So, this is their training grounds. It is odd looking, almost like a temple.
It looks as if it is suited to seat an audience, perhaps for approving.
We should be able to find the most influential people here. Saren hoped this would be true, but not every culture revered warriors like the Amazons. Loren walked straight into the open pit without trouble, looking very much like she belonged there. Gladiators were training loudly before them, and a few spectators were seated in the stands.
Oh, is this a fight?
Where are all the women? Who wants them?
You new recruit. Wasn't told about you.
Oh, hey, I'm Okiki. He's going to be a party member. A grizzled old man eyed Loren up and down, making her uncomfortable. Behind him was a large gladiator resting against his sword. Bring me your mightiest warrior. The gladiator raised his chin.
Misty, you took him, right?
It's you, Misty.
Okay. You're looking at him. Why?
Now he has an accent? Okay.
Yeah.
Because
why not? We need a favor in the search for my mistress's mother.
The War Master and the gladiator both turned to see Saren for the first time.
Let's see. No,
Wait. You have to commit to it. Now he has to have a different accent.
Yes, every time.
Every time. Go German now.
No, that is more like it, yeah. You must be the new recruit. You'll fit right in here. I actually thought that when I changed the accent, it was the barbarian dude.
I assumed that's what
okay.
as well, but now
because I was gonna give him like a Schwarzenegger.
All right, how are we gonna approach this chat?
Yeah, Schwarzenegger would be good for him.
But now I'm just the War Master of the rotating accent.
Yeah, well, I think he will be a Schwarzenegger.
I'm guessing the barbarian is kind of the quiet guy, so he's probably not going to have a lot of dialogue.
Friendly and forceful are tied right now at 2 votes.
I have not voted yet. Let me just... Friendly and forceful are tied?
Yep.
I voted friendly.
Okay.
I think that'll get us farther.
We're going to be friendly. Yes.
I'm sorry, but I'm not here to join. You're already outfitted, yes? Whose hammer do you fight under? There's men from Lohark and Hogus here too. In fact, this man here...
Scottish, nice.
Loren growled and stepped in front of Saren possessively.
Oh my.
He is not for sale. Who wants to do Arnold?
Who can do the best Arnold impression is the real question.
I cannot do an Arnold impression, so...
Let me just try mine out really quick. Sale.
Okay, so you're Almakuki.
All right, I'll do it then.
We're done here. Loren whipped away from the men and Saren rushed after her. The Empire's warriors were not at all what they had hoped.
I think we're not going to get any more dialogue.
All right, so I think the last thing we'll do for tonight... I was going to
say Australia next too, Pillow.
Yeah. Well, there'll be more bit characters, don't worry. Yeah. So the last thing we'll do for tonight, we'll head over to the tavern and see what happens there.
All right, then.
Their search for information was more difficult than they had anticipated. Their investigation had only brought them trouble and suspicion among the locals.
Oh, and I wasn't paying attention. What exactly did we get as far as barbarian-wise? Like, did that advance us any further, or...?
I don't know if we needed to do any of that.
We looked like an asshole in front of everybody.
Yeah.
We do. Are we able to miss out on characters for our party, potential party?
Only
members?
the ones from the expansion pack.
Oh, okay. So no matter what, we eventually get all of these characters, right?
As far as I know, I think so.
I'm sure there's a way to piss some of them off.
Like you can miss romance choices and stuff, but
right. All right, we can continue.
Worse, Loren was not earning any favor for being an Amazon princess. Yes, we are Loren's asshole. She confided in Saren that if her title was not to be honored, then she would refrain from invoking it. She was willing to put her pride aside for the sake of her mother. By the time they reached a tavern, the sun was starting to set. Fearful of getting the same treatment that she received everywhere else, Loren held back and waited for Saren to turn to her. It is late, and we have learned nothing new. What do we do now? Saren was surprised at first, not understanding why royalty would ask a mere servant for advice. Then he remembered that it was the first time that Loren had been outside of the Amazon Citadel. What kind of advice do we give?
Do we tell a shitty joke? Do we just get mean with her, or do we give her platitudes because we are...
Honestly, I'm kind of sick of voting. Like, it seems like friendly gets us the furthest every time, and it's like it's not telling us what these options do. I'm just kind of sick of it at this point.
Well, this is sort of like the introducing the joking, friendly, and forceful system section. I think choices will be more significant in the future.
I hope so. Or rather, not that they matter, that it actually shows us what the hell we're about to say.
Yeah, and you know what? If we choose something and it's totally not what we wanted, we'll rewind.
Yeah, let's just start rewinding and choose the next option that was voted for.
So right now, joking and friendly are tied.
Well, I mean, Saren's mean no matter what he says, because he's just a pompous dickwad.
I'm going to break the tie, because I didn't vote, so I'm just going to do friendly.
We should rent a room from the owner of this tavern and inn. We'll make more progress tomorrow.
Is it really safe for us to do that in a place like this?
Oh, you should see some of the... Oh, wait. I'll guard you diligently tonight, Your Highness. Everything will be fine.
Just fine. Very well. That sounds like a good idea. Saren looked surprised, but nodded in agreement as he led the way up to the man behind the bar. Loren walked over to the counter with a confident stride. Give me a room. The bartender ignored her and continued what he was doing.
Anybody got a voice for the bartender? I'm blanking on this guy.
I have one, but I'm saving it for the next party member.
Then let's go with Deep South.
Did he not hear
yeah, there
me?
You go.
Oh, yeah, Deep South, that should work. Did he not hear me?
Maybe not.
You, give me one of your rooms. Loren raised her voice when she spoke, but the owner still ignored her. Acknowledge my presence, you uneducated lout!
You're one to talk.
Let me try, Your Highness. Sir, may we please rent one of your rooms for tonight?
Nothing. These humans are animals!
So much for giving him a voice.
The bartender scoffed. Loren's patience was gone. She reached across the bar and grabbed the owner by his tunic, yanking him clear off the ground. In the Citadel?
Guards! Guards!
Some guards who were standing in the corner hurried forward to apprehend them. Oh, look!
Oh, yes!
Draco suddenly appeared out of the crowd and hurried to the side of Loren and Sarah.
Ta-da!
Be gone, weakling!
No need to thank me.
The half-elf magician whipped up a bright-hot wall of fire, sending everyone further into panic. The fire did not burn anything, but it was too hot, keeping the guards at bay. You followed us.
Of course I did.
Loren drew her swords. I spared your life once. Don't get in my way again.
Don't kill anyone. We don't want to trouble with the Empire.
Yes, what he said. I'm too handsome to die.
Look, speak for yourself,
Loren growled and ran right through the wall of fire. Draco and Saren could only hear her fight off the guards.
Huh. She shouldn't have been able to do that.
You know what they say?
Saren shook his head and ran through the fire as well to help his mistress. Draco chuckled at how little his magic daunted these two travelers.
Misty, just a bit of, and I'm betting Quake is doing this too. Act out your character physically as well.
Oh yeah,
if you want to really get into the role, that's what I'm doing. I am like flailing my arms all over the place, even though
I'm just kind of like brushing my hair back every time.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, that's it.
Not like most folk, are you?
Draco joined our party.
Draco will now die for you.
Exactly.
She does have a nice butt.
Good old hi, I'm Daisy.
Let's kill some guards.
I want your hat, he says as he pulls his...
Wow, we do a lot more damage with the aim shot.
Yeah, even though it's like twice as long, like it's already more than double.
Yeah,
like
it's
really
over
is
double.
I
think we should
it's
just
straight
use
up the
that.
better option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just use it. Yeah, we take longer.
So Draco's got AoE.
Nice.
He just won the battle.
Fucking hardcore. That is awesome.
He did
Draco
make
is
all
pretty
the parts.
rad. Loren, level up.
Such stylish hats. I hoped one of them dropped a hat.
Sarah needs a floppy hat for his foppish attitude.
No skill points, so we just got stat level ups.
I don't know, like not Soren. Draco seems like the actual kind of guy who would actually pull off a fedora.
Yes.
Not those fake fedoras. Yeah, not the non-fedoras, and also not everyone looks good in a fedora type wearing person. Like Michael Jackson could actually wear a fedora.
Yes, there are the rare few people who can.
Yeah.
Loren kicked the last guard, sending him to the floor where the rest of the guards were groaning in pain. The fight and the fire died down, and an empty tavern was all that was left. Loren wiped the blood from her face and stalked back over to the bartender. Where were we?
Oh, Frank Sinatra was also somebody who could actually wear a fedora.
Yes.
Oh, here you go.
Be gone, you filth! I'll only call more guards.
Before Loren could respond, a bag of gold suddenly dropped onto the bar top in front of them. Everyone looked over to see a stout girl sitting at the bar with her hand on her hip. Oh, just give the silly people their room, Gunther. That was the wrong voice. Stick to your own business, little girl.
Well, at least you kept it in Southern style.
Yeah, it's actually not what I was going for, though. Little girl. She's a dwarf.
Did we
Yes.
God.
character sheet?
This is our thief party member. She's not romanceable, but she's awesome. She stood straight up on the bar and stomped over to the party.
Her face is perfect.
It
like
really
that is such a character-defining face.
I love it. Kicking mugs and plates off the top as she did. Her small stature told them immediately that she was a female dwarf, not a young woman. You take that back or I'll be taking my bag of gold back.
Wait. She's a dwarf?
She's a dwarf.
That's... Alright, I expected her to be, like, shorter than that, but, like, her proportions are oddly more human than dwarf.
Yeah.
Like, normally arms are more stunted and such.
She has a couple other
just a little thicker.
Everyone stared at her. Even at her size, she looked deadly and dangerous. And if she had bags of gold to throw away, she was probably someone of great importance. The dwarf woman suddenly smiled and laughed. I'm just joking with you. Being little is my best quality. Fit in small places and never be found for days.
Oh my.
My name's Dora, by the way. And this is Gunther. Say hi, Gunther. The bartender mumbled and took the money and exchanged it for a room key.
Frazzle dwarves, come to our country.
Dora? That's a lovely name for a lovely dwarf. I'm Draco Firestarter, and yes.
Draco reached up to shake the dwarf's hand, but Loren quickly slapped his arm away. What do you expect in return for your gold? Why are you helping us? Because you're different.
You mean strangers?
No, silly, I mean you're really tall and angry looking. You're an Amazon, right?
Oh, an Amazon? That explains the tallness and angriness and pain.
I'm gonna hold your tongue.
I'm a dwarf, so I'm different too. Here's a tip for you, since you're obviously new around here. Money always makes you new friends. Thank you for your advice. You're very welcome, miss.
And remember to bring your D20s.
Aye. Would you perhaps be interested in sticking together? I need all the allies I can get. Saren blinked in surprise at Loren, but Draco frowned immediately. We're in the process of conducting a rather lengthy search. Would you like to accompany me? A trip, huh? What do you know about that? Can't afford to just leave my job here. There will be a substantial reward upon completion. I am Princess Loren of the Amazons. The dwarf's eyes lit up. A princess? Then this sounds very interesting. I've always been a bit of an adventurer, you see. New party member, Dora, the thief hunter. And for the first time since Saren had known her, Loren smiled. I'm glad to hear that. We'd love to have you come along with us.
Man, I'm kind of disappointed she isn't a romanceable option.
Yeah, I wish she was too.
She's kind of... I'm already really liking this character.
Like, I genuinely like her.
Like, that's the thing. It's like, you never see a dwarf thief very often.
Yeah.
Like, it's such an odd combination. Anyways, alright. Why did she get a formal invitation where I got a pointy sword to the throat?
Yes, Dora the thief hunter explorer. Loren's demeanor changed when the man approached her with a scowl on his face.
I'm a magician, and I have amazing skills. Look! Whatcha?
He said fireworks shooting out of his hands and said, "Whatcha?" That's the bartender.
Knock that off.
Wait. What's a good Yu-Gi-Oh card? I gotta start doing Yu-Gi-Oh references. I gotta look up cards. Hang on, I'm gonna look up cards.
You have a line first.
All right. Oops, sorry.
You're so persistent. Loren turned to Saren to ask her next question. What do you think we should do? So we can joke, be friendly, forceful, or romance?
I think we all know
guys,
that when it's time to mac.
Come on, there's not. You don't even
when
have
it's time to mac, then Saren's gonna mac the hell out of this shit.
This is probably going to end badly, but come on.
I just want to give everyone the chance to vote for it so that they can be involved, you know?
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's option 4. We're going
with
romance. Yeah, and whoever voted for 2, get out.
Get
out.
Well, as long as he isn't trying to seduce you, I see no problem with him being around.
She snorted. A man seduce me?
I do not believe it to be impossible.
Loren looked at Saren briefly, but said nothing.
She digs me.
Her internal monologue
Loren's
even.
Yes! Yes! Esling
Who could resist that?
She returned to Draco, her expression as impassive as it always was when she dealt with men. You may join our group if you are so determined.
Stars and moons! Swords of revealing light! My wishes have been granted! Yeah, I gotta get better with my references.
We got Draco.
I can't just use the ones everyone knows. I gotta look up the obscure shit. Oh no!
Calm
did you back
down.
Up?
Yeah, I did.
Or
Calm
did
down.
Yes, your almighty Amazon princess ship.
Both Loren and Saren sighed in exasperation. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. You missed it, Misty.
The delay is gonna make that impossible. You guys are never gonna be able to sync it up.
Well,
I like to think
sorry
that
to
always
spoil that.
Alas.
Saren's the kind of person who always wants the last word anyway.
That's true.
Oh man, Pillow, invisible guns. That is my single favorite joke Martin ever made in the series. I have sent him shirt designs, but he's just never gotten around to actually making that goddamn shirt. I've been asking him for literally years now to please make an invisible gun shirt.
One day.
The
newly expanded group ended up booking 3 rooms from the cranky owner. Draco and Dora each took their own room, while Loren and Saren shared a room.
Oh, my.
They had both settled down when Loren started to undress from her light armor. She stopped before she removed her top when she noticed that Saren was watching.
What? I live in what's essentially a high-stakes brothel. Come on.
Yeah, I'm assuming our flirting has worked, but we're not quite at that level, and she's a princess. She probably feels all proud and shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've seen your mother's naughty bits. That's probably a good thing to say.
Yeah, Saren couldn't help but stare at the princess's beauty.
Good point, Pillow. Yes, all she has is a top. What else is there to remove?
She looked perfect in countless ways.
For instance, she looks perfectly dopey.
Her body was strong, but she was still always elegant, and everything about her had a sense of confidence and loveliness. He distantly thought that any lovers the woman took would be very fortunate men, even if she did not love them. She was strong, more than just physically. There was no questioning that she was mentally strong as well, for only a person with great strength of heart could deny a royal crown to instead search for a loved one. He remembered how she had said that a man could not seduce her, and when he challenged that, she said nothing. Was there room in her heart for someone other than a woman? For a slave? Turn your eyes away. She glared at him irritably and looked away immediately.
I would like to point out... never mind. Sorry, Your Highness.
I don't want to tell you again. At least have some humility if you're going to be staying in the same room as I am.
Understood.
I know decency is difficult for a man like you, but know that I'll kill you if you try anything.
Well, Saren is like finding 5 different ways to point out...
What about butt stuff?
I'm supposed to be protecting you.
I can take care of myself.
Yeah, sure you can.
The sun disappeared beneath the horizon, and the room became completely dark as night came. While the conversation could have gone better, that was the moment when Saren realized just how special Loren was. She was beautiful, deadly on the field of battle, and later in this tale, the one to make the most difficult decision.
Okay, so who is the protagonist in the story? Is it Loren or is it Saren?
It's both.
I'm betting how this works is like each major plot arc has a main character that you focus on, and then you are the main character as the viewpoint.
No, that's incorrect.
Kind of. It's
really? They're both the main character.
Oh, I figured it was kind of like this was just a short story leading into the larger adventure.
Oh, it is, but they are both the main character. He will stop being a slave eventually.
So she stays as what is it called? Deuteragonist?
Yeah, Deuteragonist.
When there's two main characters equally important.
I've not heard the term before, but pretty much. I mean, the main character is probably more important because you make the decisions basically, but you're making the decisions for her. You're like a team thing.
Okay, I gotcha. So even though we find the mom, obviously she's a romanceable character, blah blah.
Right.
That ends because that's the thing that tipped me off that this part of the plot isn't going to take up the whole story.
Oh yes, we will get caught up in a greater mystery that involves the entire world and blah 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 blah. Yep. So I think this is a good point to leave off for tonight.
All right.
I think that went fairly well. It will get more combat heavy, so I will think about, maybe trying to play it a bunch and beat the game so we can get story mode. But I think easy mode is working pretty well.
Yeah. And let's also consider mixing up who plays which characters as we get more people in.
Oh, absolutely. The more people we
get,
the more
and
we can do.
And once we have like enough people playing certain roles, like we can vote, like, hey, who do you want to play this character?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
And, so question for everyone in chat right now. Will any of you not be at the stream tomorrow?
I will not.
Can you let me know if you're not going to be at the stream tomorrow? Can you send me a message on Steam, or I guess you could just put it in the Hitbox chat if you need to, and just let me know your general availability, like Monday. Are you usually available on Mondays, never available on Mondays, or always available on Mondays? And if you could just do that for every day of the week, that would be extremely helpful for our planning.
Yeah, because guys, we've yesterday was kind of a disaster for the SGF Mafia, where we literally only had 5 people for the game. We had one game, and then someone left, and we couldn't continue.
So the reason I talked about if you're not going to be at the one tomorrow I'm going to set up like some kind of poll thing, or maybe like a Google Docs spreadsheet or something that people can fill out. But yeah, any of you, we want everyone's scheduling information. It's all useful.
No, yeah. Pillow, this isn't just going to be like, this is for everyone, because you're not the only one who has mentioned this to us. So we're going to try and see if we can fit other days in that might work for more people. Like my Tuesdays are filled, but like Monday is another open day for me, Sunday, Thursday.
Yeah, and there are plenty of other days I can do also.
Like I have other days I can do. I also have days that are unavailable though. So, it's everyone's schedules are different. We're just going to see what the closest equivalent like middle ground we can find is.
Yeah, so the categories are for each day. Are you always available that day, sometimes available that day, or never available that day?
Oh, those of you who did miss yesterday, Kitsune made that round actually quite a bit of fun, because
that ended up being pretty good.
I got to play some Phoenix Wright music,
and I got to be Michael Reynolds.
Yeah, Quake was assigned the Godfather role. We played a game of Illbleed Mafia, and so he was Michael Reynolds / Killer Man, and Kitsune figured it out fairly early. And while he was making his case, I started playing Phoenix Wright music in the background. It was really fun.
So, we're hoping to have more people be able to come to Mafia, because we know Wednesday doesn't work for a lot of people, and we really need more people. Like, it was fun, but the more people, the game gets so much better.
The way more fun it gets, the longer the games last, the more we get to see of Bully, people. Your Lord and Savior.
It's true.
May the stomps be with you.
May the stomps be with him. No, Drawful Fibbage aren't going anywhere. We're going to find a way to make it all work. We're just trying to get the scheduling information so we can optimize it and have as many people be able to come as possible for everything, really.
I have a suggestion if it hasn't already been brought up, as far as like what games to do what week.
Sure.
maybe do what Super Great Friend does and have sort of a rotation for the weeks of the month.
We're thinking Friday is probably going to be something along those lines.
We were going to rotate stuff. I also suggested the same way SGF does is that we we segment each stream into multiple games and have like an hour for one game, an hour for another game.
So that would probably be Friday. Like we could play an hour drawful.
For the other days, Friday seems to be where most people have the most availability, and I assume that's going to stay constant because it's freaking Friday evening.
So I'm thinking when it comes to Choose Your Own Adventure Night, the visual novel stuff with the guest readers, with everyone in it, would be part of the Friday lineup, and then I would find another day to do the choice of games kind of thing with just me. So that's a rough idea. Just
choice of games. Which one is that?
That's the Orpheus Ruse was one. Choice of Romance is one. It's a publisher.
Choose Your Own Adventure. I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. I thought it was something else.
It's a Choose Your Own Adventure publisher. Yes, Kitsune's got a stream on Saturday. You can check that out. Obviously before Super Great Friend, and there's some kind of pre-stream tomorrow. But be sure to come say hi to me for Choose Your Adventure Friday night at 8:30 p.m. EST. And I will probably drop in and say hi to you, Kitsune, as well. I am interested in Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires, so
we're doing. Be fun. So, are you doing Loren tomorrow, or are you doing Mafia tomorrow?
No, tomorrow is Choice of Romance. We are going to be navigating the Spanish courts. And manipulating politics from behind the throne.
My God.
Through the power of romance, of course.
Yes. I like how both of the characters are just staring at us like they just can't believe our shit.
Just occasionally blink.
Yeah. Well, it's more animation than we ever got from
Planet Stronghold.
Planet Stronghold. Like, they actually blink. And
this game really is an improvement in just about every way from Planet Stronghold.
The one thing I was a little disappointed at is her yelling is just the same as her talking.
Like, there's not a difference.
Like, she doesn't have a yell frame where she's, like, really wide-mouthed and like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know?
She's got that intense, like, I got both my swords out. Fight stance.
Yeah. But... If you can imagine my mouth movement, she doesn't have a kind of mouth.
I want to mod this game so that Saren's always smugging.
Yes. His smug look is pretty awesome.
100% smug.
So that's basically all the business end of things. So thanks for coming, guys. This was fun. And we will keep doing it. And if any of you want to be a character at any time, even mid-stream, just let me know, and we will Skype you in.
All right. See you guys tomorrow. Although, just so you guys know, I will be late. I have homework that I have to catch up on. And
I will also be late for my own stream. I'm lying. I won't be. So I will see you all there. That'll be fun. And then that Super Great Friend fellow.
I will be late for you being late to my lateness.
Yeah.
So I will be doubly late. I am one-upping your lateness.
It's a chain of late.
It's Ouroboros of tardiness.
Oh my.
Not bad breath.
Turtles all the way down.
Not all of the status ailments.
So have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. See. Oh yeah, it's PVG this week. Nice.
Oh yeah, it is PVG.
That's always fun. And I was talking to Kinu about it. We'd probably have to set up a separate dummy account, but doing a PVG type, like if we find movies that PVG only doing once a month can't possibly cover that many films. If we find other films that we kind of want to share, we could do like commentary.
Yeah, I would be down for that. We could get some Skype in on that as well.
I'm showing all you motherfuckers Deep Blue.
All right. So I'm going to end the stream.
Oh shit! I'd like to show you guys Secret of the Kells.
I was going to end the stream, but now Titan's talking about something.
Nah, it's good. Okay. I'm just bringing up ideas.
All right, see you guys later.
All right, see ya. Bye.